Just a moment.
We good?
Okay.
All right, we're here. We're here. Excellent. All right, this is us, Eltonics, Claire and
Sarah. Hello, everyone.
Hi. All right, now we've got a super exciting webinar happening next week. So this is a little teaser for you, a little 10-minute teaser. And our webinar is called Curious and Creative, Engaging Young Learners in Meaningful and Creative Tasks. All right, so to kick this off, Sarah.
Yeah.
Well, I found a little activity in a course book, okay? And I think it's quite engaging. And I was wondering if you'd like to do the activity with me.
I'd love to do the activity with you, Claire. What is it?
I thought so. Right, you see this frame?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you need to draw your favorite animal in the frame and then plan to say 3 things that it can do.
Okay, do I start now?
Yeah, you can do it now. I'm going to do it as well.
All
okay?
right.
Just a quick,
Yeah, I'm ready.
Quick drawing, okay?
Got it. Okay, Claire, I think I'm ready.
You ready?
Do you want to see what I did?
Yeah, go on then.
All right, so this is my favorite animal in the world.
I know that little fella.
So this is my cat, Mav.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think you know him very well, Claire. So 3 things that Mav can do. You're not going to believe the first one. Mav can do a high five.
Really?
Yeah,
I love
he
that.
can. I know. He can eat a lot. I think he eats 3 bowls every day and tries to steal what I'm eating. And he can also catch insects, which I don't like too much because he gives them to me as gifts.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Did you know he could do all of this?
I didn't know. I knew that he ate a lot because he's been at my house and he ate a lot there too, out of my hand, in fact. Yeah.
Who did you draw?
Okay, I drew Milu, which is my dog, who's also Greek and also rescued, and they're kind of cousins, aren't they? So this is Milu, right? And Milu can eat a lot as well. She can give you a big furry cuddle because she's big and furry. And this is one you might not know, Sarah. She can talk. I mean, not kind of words, yeah, but when she wants something, she'll sort of go and try and talk.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So, do you like this activity? Is it engaging for you?
I really enjoyed the activity. I thought it was super engaging, and I think my students would also love this activity. But I do have a question for you. Does it encourage curiosity?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Do you want to see a task that does?
Yeah, go on then. Okay.
Okay. So remember, I asked you, Claire, to bring a photo of an animal that interests you and that you think everybody else doesn't know about. Did you bring one?
Yeah. It's this.
Can we see it?
Yeah. It's a bandicoot.
Wow. That's really cute. Do you want to see mine?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Whoa, look at those eyes. No. What's that?
Looks like Yoda, right? It's a tarsier.
A tarsier.
And do you want to see what my students brought?
Yeah.
They brought a chinchilla and they brought a Tennessee fainting goat.
Fainting goat?
Right. So do you know anything about any of these animals?
No. I know a little bit about bandicoot, but not the others, no. And I'm curious now, I must admit.
Okay, I'm glad. So now you're going to choose an animal out of these 4, okay? But not the one that you brought, not the bandicoot, okay? because I think you know some stuff about the bandicoot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
choose another animal and you're going to find out 3 things that it can do. Which animal are you going to choose?
I'm going to choose yours, the tarsier, the Yoda tarsier.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to choose yours, the bandicoot. Okay.
Yeah.
So did you find out 3 things it can do?
Yeah.
So did I. Here they are. Okay. And we mix them up. Now, if you're participating on Facebook or on LinkedIn, you might want to help us out here and write in the comments what you think the answers are. But Claire, you're going to do this with me for now, okay?
All right.
So at the bottom are things that these animals can do. If you think it's the bandicoot and you're typing in the comments, you're going to write B, okay? If you think it's the tarsier, you're going to write T. And Claire, you're just going to tell me. So the first one is helps us grow seeds. Which one do you think that is?
Ooh, could be both, but I'm going to go with bandicoot.
Okay, you're absolutely right. Did you know this?
I know, yeah, not, I could guess, but no, I didn't know
Okay.
for sure.
All right. What about the next one? The next fact is it can twist its neck 180 degrees. Which one?
That's the tarsier. It's got to be the tarsier, hasn't it?
Aha. Can you do this?
No. Well, no.
Don't try it. All right.
No.
What about the next one? To catch bats and birds out of the air. Which one do you think this is?
I think it's the tarsier because he's up a tree.
Mm-hmm. All right. Dig a lot.
Bandicoot because he's on the floor.
That would make sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fight with each other.
Ooh, that could be both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Bandicoot?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And then the last one, and this is true, performs duets.
It's got to be the
Tarsier.
tarsier performs duets.
Right. So out of these facts, are there some that you'd like to know more about?
I definitely want to know how a tarsier performs duets for
Right.
sure.
Okay. So now we can go off and investigate a little bit more, right? So
Nice.
a question here, see, about this task. Did it encourage curiosity? Were you curious?
For sure. Definitely. And I
Okay.
actually want to go and find out about this tarsier now after this little webinar.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what
Super.
is curiosity?
What is curiosity? This is when something is unknown and I want to know the answer to, or I want to investigate it more. And there's like this sense of excitement around it as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And this is something we're going to be exploring in the webinar next week in quite some detail.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. So this thing here, this task, which
Mhm.
created curiosity, did it also develop creative thinking, Sarah?
This is a really good question. It kind of got us partway there, but perhaps not all of the way. And that's because to develop creative thinkers, we need to include 3 elements of creativity. Do you know what the first one is?
Observe.
Yeah, so this is to look at something really closely and maybe in a different way to how you usually look at it. A little bit like what Da Vinci did with his notebooks. What about the second element?
Content and structural constraints.
Exactly. So we're moving away from blank canvas kind of tasks here. And the final one, which we just looked at.
That's curiosity, that sense of wonder.
Absolutely. Okay. So if we take the task then with my animals, Claire, how can we maybe encourage students to observe or apply certain constraints for them to work with it?
I got this. Okay, so I've got these prompts on the side. These are your constraints. Okay, it looks like, sounds like, feels like, smells like. And then we're encouraging the students to really observe their animal, what it looks like, what it feels like, and pull on what they've investigated before to finish off these prompts. So for example, the bandicoot looks like a fox, sounds like a squeak. It feels like a pointy triangle, that must be its ears, and it smells like the dusty desert. And then with the tarsier, it looks like Yoda or my friend's cat. It sounds like the wind. It feels like a woolly hat. Oh, cute. And it smells like wet leaves.
Okay. So what can the students do now?
All right. So we've got this information and we use this now to turn this into a little limerick. Okay. So the pink the pink lines here have to rhyme and the black lines as well. And this is an example that a student can produce. The tarsier feels like a woolly hat. It looks a bit like my cat. It sounds like the wind. It can catch anything, like an insect, a bird, or a bat.
Okay, and there are some content constraints here because they've got to write about a specific animal, right?
Exactly.
And what they think it feels like, sounds like, and so on. I mean, you've got the structural constraints, which is the rhyming lines.
And the 5 lines. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Do you want to see a final one?
Go on then.
Okay, so I thought about your animal, the bandicoot, okay? And students can also come up with a poem, but remember, we're getting away from this blank canvas thinking. So we can give them structural constraints as well, and this time they're linguistic. So in each verse, the students have to write I am from, or I am, and then an ing, so usually a verb ing. So my students came up with this. They said, I'm from the south, digging deep. I'm helpful to you and the seeds you eat. I'm from an island working at night. I'm an excellent hunter searching for mice. So they've used their observations of the bandicoot and they've used these constraints to now come up with a poem.
I love it. And that whole product is creative as well. Excellent. So this is what we're going to be exploring in our webinar event next Thursday. We're going to be exploring more creative thinking, how to pique students' curiosity, and show you many, many more practical tasks that you can use in your classroom. We look forward to seeing you then.